Hey everybody, hello. How are we doing? Welcome to everybody who's just joining us. Anyone who's been hanging out since the West Marches, also welcome to you. Happy to have you, of course. We are here for some GM turn swan song action mathematical spreadsheet hype. So let's get down to it. Now, hold on. Before I flip it over to Spreadsheet Town, we need to talk a little bit about spoilers. This is a spoiler-rich environment. If you are not caught up on Swansong, loath as I am to say it, you may want to back away slowly from this channel until you're at a safe distance where you can neither see my face nor hear what I am saying, because I'm going to spoiler the shit out of some stuff. This is the between session director's cut material. This is the things that are happening in the universe of Swansong while the players are running around blowing each other up. So I'm going to give you, we'll count to 5, shall we? Anybody who needs to get to safe spoiler distance, you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second. Welcome to Spoiler Town, everybody. So, yeah, there is a massive explosion on the way, and this is on the small scale, right? This is an explosion of the woo size, not of the planetary size, but it's an emotional explosion. I think we're all gonna feel the brunt of this one. So, you know, as I mentioned, what we're doing here is, if you're a fan of, you've been tuning into RollPlay Swan, every few episodes, I think we're tracking on a like 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 kind of ratio now. Every once in a while, what we do is we get together and we walk through what Stars Without Number calls the factions system. So this is things like the Madari Syndicate, things like the Majidi Mandarinate, the Onin Libre, the Photonhour Society. All of this stuff has been built up in the background of the world and has been moving, as things do, while the players are out doing their thing. You know, while you know, someone who is a police officer might go to work and fight crime in their city, organized crime at large is still occurring throughout the country. And that's kind of what we're looking at here, right? In that things are happening when the PCs aren't around, and we get to watch that happen. So, welcome. Shall we review what happened last month? So, during turn 10, which is the October turn, and I'm going to just go ahead and update the old spreadsheet. So now we have the November turn. So, what happened last month for each of our factions? So, Richardson Scientific set up a new goal to create a peaceable kingdom of science here on Andoni, because they completed their goal previously by purchasing a base. So they're getting established. Andoni is a big fight zone. It's a big place where people are, they're getting together to fight over the remnants of an ancient Chandalian civilization that may have created basically every AI we've seen on screen so far. So it's no surprise that Richardson Scientific is interested in that. So what we've done is we've given them a new goal. They have a peaceable kingdom now. They just want to like lay low and build up their shit on Andoni. Now, chances are pretty good that's not going to happen, but we'll see. They bought some harvesters, right? What can go wrong? Harvesters. The Purity Initiative is on the defensive right now. They've been healing up, buying new assets. They're ready to jump on Photonhour just in case Photonhour decides to turn on them, because they brought the devil to their backyard, right? They called on Photonhour and said, "Hey, we have a war that needs winning, and get your butt in here, save us, right? Come help us." But really, the war wasn't even for the Purity Initiative. This was the war between Onin Libre, who've been around forever, and by all rights seem to be that they're going to be around forever, and the royal family of Oninsa, who are all totally pieced out. So what the Photonhour wants to do is finish the job. They are here for blood. They want to kill a faction. right? That's to be able to say we killed Onin Libre, we destroyed this faction. That's going to be a big deal for them, and it looks like they're getting closer and closer to their goal, right? Their pre-tech cash, they're using that to now basically destroy all of the remaining Onin Libre assets on the planet. So bad time for Onin Libre. The Republic of Cabal, so off on the other side of the sector, over on the east, we're seeing the Republic start to spread their influence. Now, they've bought moles on Andoni that they're going to use to insert into the Armed Forces Remnant to try to pick them apart from the inside. Cabal wants to take over official ownership of Andoni. Burned out wasteland though it might be, it's still full of really useful tech, right? Buried AI stuff. So, prime real estate for Cabal, because as we know about Cabal, these fine individuals, they are all about the cybernetics, which will invariably, and soon I think, get them in a bad place with the Purity Initiative, who does not like that shit very much. Onin Libre is just trying to survive. Like, literally, they are down to guerrilla populace. All of their armed men and women, dead. Like, just the armed forces toast. All they have left is, like, they're ringing that town hall bell. We got peasants with pitchforks trying to fight off an organized, post-laser toting mercenary company. But, God love them, Onin Libre, they like to fight. They are going to hold the fuck on and try to win their homeland back, because God forbid that they see the filthy royals take over their planet and then have them ousted only to lose to the Purity Initiative and their Pfotenhauer dogs. So they're going to try. They're going to try damn hard. But, it's just not looking good. It's not looking good for those poor people. So let's move on. So New Prophet, they're in a bit of a war with the Majidi Mandarinate. Over the whole thing with Nika Starlight. Rip Nika, my girl. Peace out to you. She's gone. She is toast. She's been removed from the board. The Queen has left the chessboard, and in response, the New Prophet has locked down Strophios. They've said, no, this planet, you can't come here. You can't go. This is it, right? You can't leave or come onto our planet. They're bolstering their defenses, and they're likely to start looking towards a counterattack now. So we'll look at how that goes. The Majid Mandarinate themselves, again, same thing. They had cyber ninjas. They had goddamn cybernetic ninjas on Strophios attack the demagogue. They attacked the New Prophets. They attacked the Prophet himself. Cyber ninjas went after Jesus and failed and were killed. So Jesus' divine power further proving that the New Prophet has put an end to that situation. Now, as far as Nika's fate, she's in jail awaiting execution. That was a month ago. She might turn. She might get killed. We don't know yet. We'll see how the faction turn goes. I mean, I could very easily have the New Prophet buy their own seductress and return Nika brainwashed back home. Not a bad idea, actually. So maybe if they have the money for it. Oh my god, she could turn over a new leaf and become like a Christian rock artist. Oh my god, that'd be awful. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So let's continue. The Madari Syndicate, they spent the first half of the game, so let's pop over here. So all they did was operate their labs, operate their industry, make drugs, make shit tons of drugs, make even more drugs, and sell those drugs for money. They completed their goal, and now what they want to do is plant agents in enemy territories. So they have cyber ninjas on Majid, they have smugglers on Oninsa, they have smugglers on Gyaxi, and they're going to need to move those somewhere where another faction has an asset or a base so that they can stealth in under the line. The Hoveden Caliphate, so these guys are brand new. We only just saw them in October make their first action. They're looking to expand. The Grand Caliphate of Hoveden is going to expand out into the edges of the sector until all are under its warm embrace. These folks are, they're a bad scene, right? These folks are culturally and scientifically very advanced. They have a braked AI that controls their populace by way of a panopticon matrix. They have psychic secret police. They're very controlling culturally. But they have this sort of open approach where they're like, no, welcome. We need new satraps. Like, all of these planets that are around just start getting sucked up by the Caliphate. It's already one of the biggest organizations in the sector and looks to continue getting bigger as we go on. Speaking of large organizations, the Highbeam Fleet, massive collection of pirate fleets, they are out for blood. Specifically, the blood of Sunbeam Omnistellar. So they are going to be looking for places to get in fights. The Andonian Armed Forces Remnant. These are what's left of the army of Andoni after it got nuked back in, what was that, July? Yeah, back in July. The night the sky cried tears of fire, this planet got totally blowed up by the Warmind, by a rogue AI, accidentally activated by a combination of the Swan Song crew and the Photonhauer Society. So, you know, a bad scene. They just want to rebuild and seize control of Andoni. So that's what they're going to do. They want to become the real government. Right now on Andoni, nobody is the government. Sunbeam, on our last turn, they spent a ton of money to achieve their goal, and they operated their industry to make some more money. So Sunbeam, we got to give them a new goal once we get to that point. Cool. Okay, so this is where we're at. End of October, beginning of November, celebrating Halloween and then my birthday in space, the year 3200. I've mentioned this before. I think that it's really interesting. Swan Song, like a calendar year in Swan Song, is almost exactly matched up with a year of real time. We started playing Swan Song at the beginning of July last year, and we're ending up in a position where it looks like January is going to roll around about the same time in game, which I think is really cool. So let's take a look at what we got to work with. So here are our factions. We can see how injured they all are. You know, they're mostly doing okay. Onin Libre is pretty beat up. The Andonian Armed Forces are pretty beat up. Everybody else is more or less at full. We got their tags and their homeworld and all their goals set out. So we'll come back to this in a second. I want to roll to see where we're going to start. So I need to roll a D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got to roll a D12. So let's do that. This determines who we're starting with. So we're starting with faction number 8. Faction 8. Okay, and we're going to decide if we're going up or down. So we're going to roll a D2. We're going to flip a coin. 1 is up, 2 is down. Down. Okay, 8, and we're going down. Okay, good. So, 8. Faction's going down. So that means we start with faction number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're starting with the Midari Syndicate today. So I'm going to mark this so I know where I'm at. Boop. Okay, so the Midari Syndicate. Appropriate given how blowed the fuck up they're about to get in-game. Yeah, wheat never logs out. It's true. Piani is always there, lurking, stuck in the Matrix. So Midari Syndicate, they're going to begin. So the Midari, we need to move things around for them. So what's going to happen here is I've already decided that I want to move their smugglers. So they just bought some smugglers. Let's check where those are. So Midari Syndicate. There we go, the Midari. All of their stealth assets. They've got smugglers on Oninsa, which is fine. They want to keep them there. These smugglers they bought at home, though, on Vinaya, Gyaxi system. They want to move them. So let's see where we can get them to. Here's Gyaxi. Is there anywhere within 2 hexes? So what I'm doing here, just to be clear, I'm making an action where they're going to use special abilities. So I can use all the special abilities of their units. So on Gyaxi, they've got units that are going to use their special abilities. One of them is the smugglers. Smugglers can pay a fat cred and they can move. So I'm going to move them. But actually, before I do that, let's because I know I'm going to forget, let's give everybody their fat creds. So at the beginning of a turn, everyone gets their income in faction credits. So these guys go up to 9. These go up to 19, 2, 16, 16, 2, 17, but an additional one for the party machine, so 18, 34, 20. These guys, Cabal, they get 1 extra for the party machine, but -1 for researchers, so they just get 5. The pirates have to spend 2 extra on the capital fleet, so they actually only get 5. And Caliph of Hoveden goes up to 11. Okay. Now we're not going to modify the relationships because this stuff hasn't happened yet. Depending on the explosion, this is how it goes. So let's take a look at the asset. Where were we? So the Midari Syndicate, they're smugglers. For 1 faction cred, they can transport themselves, which is good, that's what we want, to a planet up to 2 hexes away. And that means they can go to Bakhtiar, and on Bakhtiar we have the planet Asa. So this is where, this is another planet or another faction's homeworld, so that helps them move towards their goal. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 1 faction credit. So we are looking at the Midari Syndicate. They go down to 19. And inside enemy territory, 3 of 6, because their asset has now moved to Asa. So let's copy this one. Perfect. Okay. So let's jump over and record that. All right. So this is Higgs's homeworld. Higgs's homeworld now has Midari on it, and they can start selling drugs to Asans. You can see how, like, Mr. Sicarian is having a rough time of... Oh, did I move the wrong smugglers? Oh, I sure did. Bullshit. There we go. Mr. Sicarian's having a rough time with his goals. You know... There we go. Thanks, Math Squad. He's having a rough time with this whole, like, I'm going to stop the sale of drugs. Blue Fever's not going to get onto my homeworld. It's everywhere. Like, shit is fucking everywhere. So... This is why, everybody have a minute for your revelation. This is why the, you know, the Midari Syndicate wanted those access codes. So let me just make sure that's 704. This is why they wanted the access codes, right? Because they want to end up under the radar and get that Blue Fever onto Cabal. These guys are dicks. They're bad people. They're very fucking bad people. And they want everyone on Earth to be addicted to drugs. On Earth. I mean, in this sector. It's rough. It's super fucking rough. So, good luck, Mr. Sicarian. You're going to have to blow up a lot more factories. So that's done. Now, they can activate other assets. So, they're allowed to... Let's see... God, you know, if the Midari Syndicate had their way, yes, everyone on Earth, they'd go back to Earth and they'd infect that place, too. Post-apocalyptic, though it might be. Let me just grab my faction turn rules and make sure I'm doing this correctly. Faction actions. Thank you for being nerds with me, everybody. I do so love the faction turn. All right. So they can, let's see, use asset ability. 1 or more assets, such as the transport ability of logistics or the intelligence assets. And that's it. Okay. And so they can take an action. They can basically do the same action on a bunch of different planets. They can only do 1 thing per turn, but that same thing with any or all assets. Okay. So let's see. Do they want to move anything else or have anything else they want to activate? I don't think so, because they don't want to move anything. But they could use some more money. So let's activate their post-tech industry on Vinaya. So let's do that. So I'm going to jump back over to my recording. So you know what? We're smuggling. We're making drugs. This drug business is just not going away. So to activate the post-tech industry, they roll a d6. And we'll see what happens. Ooh, a 6. Drugs for everybody. Blue Fever, everybody. Just inhale that shit as hard as you can. They get 2 fact creds. So they actually made some money. A profitable year. Bam. God, they're some gross individuals. So let's go back to our faction tracker. We'll give Midari their 2. And that's that. Holy crap. Super mega drugs. Making them at home, shipping them out to the world. their shit is everywhere. Like, they're on 3 planets where enemies have territory, and pretty soon they're going to be able to build more stuff there, build labs, build manufactory, that kind of shit. So, Midari Syndicate, good to go. So, who is next on the tracker? So Midari. We'll go down to Hoveden. So Hoveden, again, their goal is to spread their empire, right? To continue building the Hubble Caliphate. They want to expand their influence. They want to build on another planet. So for these, they want to find another planet to build on. So they're going to move an asset so they can be able to start doing that. And they don't care. They don't care what the planet is. They don't care about anything except having influence on those planets. They already own 4. They own Hoveden, Aldebaran, Showa, and Kamna, and we want to get them more assets on different planets so they can start building. So let's take a look at what they got. So the Caliphate, I already decided that I want to move. I'm going to activate an ability. I'm going to activate their shipping combine. No, I'm going to activate their... they're going to activate their shipping combine, which allows transport for up to 2 hexes. And they're going to move the popular movement from Hoveden. Popular movement is here. They're going to move it to the Mulimi system, move it to Kamna, because again, we're going to move them later to Varvaresos. So, first of all, Mulimi, Kamna system, let's move that shit. So, use, let's see, what was it called? Shipping combine. To move popular movement to Kamna. Okay, so that's their first action. So let's move the popular movement to Kamna. Popular movement, make sure I don't fuck this up like I always do. Bam. All right, so they've moved their popular movement, and now I want to move their extended theater. So the extended theater facilities allows transportation of assets over long distance. So again, we're using their action to move any, like, they're moving themselves. So they're gonna move them 2 hexes at the cost of 1 fat cred. Does shipping also cost 1? Yeah, so they're gonna lose 2 fat creds for this. Let's see, faction tracker, they go down to 9. Okay, and they're moving extended theater to also Kamna. Because the extended theater can move, then move other stuff, then move itself. So this is how they're going to get around the system. So extended theater to move self to Kamna. So Kamna has become the staging ground for their expansion into the rest of the sector. So let's just review Kamna real quick. So the planet Kamna is a TL4 baseline post-tech system. And here's some secret GM shit. It has misandry or misogyny as like a major element and a Cold War. So maybe Kamna has some kind of like intense like male-female war going on where the government has split, or maybe it's just really misandrist or really misogynist and there's also a Cold War happening on that planet. But guess what? It doesn't matter because the Caliphate, they're gonna roll in and move their shit. So, you know, this is going to be an opportunity if the players go to this planet to explore themes of like Islam and how does Islam affect women and how did space affect Islam and what split branch of Islam is the Hoveden government, like is the Caliphate using, like what is their splinter. This faction, I've been doing a lot of research. Like I've been reading a lot about like Muslim customs, about the religion of Islam, because I want to be able to present the Caliphate as appropriately like respectful, right? I don't want to portray them as a you know, as an offensive stereotype. So I have to learn, because this is the role as the GM. You know, you have to learn these things, because otherwise, if I'm just like, oh, there are a bunch of like stereotypes, it's really harshly offensive. And I know for a fact, probably in this very stream, there are people watching the show who are Muslim, who are Islam, raised Islam, and I want to be fair to that part of my audience. So I'm really interested in seeing kind of how this is split and what that's like. You know, and again, just like the same, someone made a point, you know, the new prophet is a strange split off of Christianity, and we haven't really explored their theocracy and how they work, but we know that that's, you know, part of the deal. And I think a lot of this comes from Dune, in that Dune is set in the year 10,000, but, you know, people are still, there's the Orange Catholic Bible is a real thing. So that's a thing. Yeah, I mean, where's Mecca? How do you know where to pray when you're out in space? Kind of cool. So I'm as a GM, I'm learning things by playing the game. So our caliphate, they just want to spread. They want to spread the good word of the caliph, and they're going to move to maybe Varvaresos, which should be funny because speaking of religion, what else is on Varvaresos? Oh look, the only inhabitable planet is a pilgrimage site for the new prophet. So that's fun. That's going to be a good time. Space crusades. Going to be messy. So, cool. All right. So that's it for our caliphate. They're good. I can continue from there on to pirates. So the Highbeam Fleet, they're not currently occupying any hexes where they can pick fights, because their goal, remember, if we look at the Highbeam Fleet, their goal is to conquest military. They want to destroy a number of force assets equal to rival factions, equal to the rating. So they want to kill 8 force assets. They are out for blood. So they're going to be picking fights with Photonhour. They're going to be picking fights with Sunbeam. So let's see if we can move them into a place where they can fight Sunbeam. What do you got, Highbeam Fleet, with your space octopus? So, Highbeam Fleet, they've got a blockade fleet, which is their like secret space fleet. What hexes are they in? They're in 204. They're in 405. They're on Asa, because, yep, that's where they are. And they're in Hliff and Pelasgon. So Hliff and Pelasgon. So let's look at each one individually to see what's close to them. So 204 is way the shit up here. Pretty close to Majid and Oninsa. Oh, Pirate Strike on Oninsa might be good. Oh my god! This would be a great time for them to come in and start attacking the Highbeam Fleet. Or, sorry, to attack Photonhour, right? To get involved, to try to, like, get their piracy up. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So, 204, I'm going to move them to 304. So what do they got in 204 right now? So, let's see. Asset Tracker in 204. So they're going to be activating their special ability, and they're going to move from 204, the Blockade Fleet and the Strike Fleet. They're going to move them to Oninsa. So, 204 to 304. Alright, move Blockade Fleet and Strike Fleet from 204 to Oninsan space. Shit, getting involved. Because, like, what better place for scavengers to show up, right? Like, that's definitely a thing. So let's move them. Does that cost anything? I don't think so. Strike Fleet, no, as an action. Blockade Fleet, same thing as an asset. So they can move those as actions. We'll move them to Oninsan space. So they're going to get involved in that conflict. The Capital Fleet, which is literally the most badass fleet in the whole sector. 3d10 plus 4 damage. They will kill just about anything they get in contact with. They're in 405. They can move, let's see, 3 hexes from 405. So what's within 3 hexes of 405? Where's, God, where's their, let's see where that Sunbeam shit is, shall we? Sunbeam has some fleets very near there, I think. Yeah, Strike Fleet's in 606. So, where did we say they were? The Capital Fleet? Because my memory is terrible. Capital Fleet is 405 and 606. So, 405 is here. Oh my god, they can go straight to Stasi. Okay, cool. So, Sunbeam Capital Fleet, or Highbeam Capital Fleet, move Capital Fleet to 606. Shit, they're gonna be a space fight. Alright, so the Capital Fleet moves. Alrighty, so the Capital Fleet has moved, and they are ready for battle. Now, do they have anything else that I want to move? No, I think they're going to hang out on Asa, and they're going to hit him at home next turn. It's going to be all about the attacks next turn. You know, they can buy something on Asa, but not yet. They also move that Space Marine, so I can move them too. They can move within 1 hex of their current location, so they're in 203. So 203 is up here. Anything within 1 hex? No. So they're going to need someone else to move for them. They're stuck up here on Giragia. Sorry, Space Marines. Chilling out. Now, everybody's asking, and you're all real curious, why the hell did Sunbeam, or Highbeam, I make the mistake too, why the hell did Highbeam want, why do they want a smart octopus, a psychic octopus? Ask me again in a few months. Because I'm going to give them a free asset. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to make a note, though, to properly train Howard. We'll say it's going to take till January. So everybody tune back in January, 3201, and we'll talk about what's going to happen with Howard. All right? So keep your shit on lock for now. Just fold that up, tuck it in your calendar, and we will we'll come back and get onto that. So, Highbeam Fleet, ready to wreck shit. We'll get back to them in a minute. So, the Andonian Armed Forces Remnant, they want to establish control of this planet. They want to be in charge again. So, let's see. They're going to, let's look at their goal. So their goal is, oops, wrong screen here. There we go, faction tracker. Their goal is a planetary seizure. So let's try to get them to seize the planet. Let's do that. So that's a special action. Seize planet. They have to destroy, oh, never mind, they can't. They have to destroy all unstealthed assets belonging to factions who oppose their attempt. So they're going to have to make an attack. So what do they got? Let's see. All unstealthed assets. So on Oninsa, or on Andoni, sorry, we got post-tech infantry. We have organization moles that they would have to attack. They've got security personnel. Oh, they're gonna attack Richardson because Richardson is being like really aggressive right now about building stuff on their planet. So they're gonna attack Richardson Scientific. How they're gonna justify this, I don't know, but let's do it. What do they have? Post-tech infantry? Yeah, post-tech infantry. And they're going to defend with their security personnel. Results, let's find out in a second. So, the way this works, because we haven't done an attack this turn, is I need to roll some d10s and compare them to each other. So this is a post-tech infantry. They're force versus force, so this probably won't go very well. So it's going to be force v force and Andoni. So 4, oh, not so bad, 4 versus 3. And these guys are warlike, so on an attack, they get advantage, basically, so they get to add a d10. So I'm going to roll twice. So d10 plus 4 times 2 versus a d10 plus 3. Okay. So let's see here. Where's my... I was on it. Okay. So this is the attack. d10 plus 4. Oh my god. Roll the dice. Do that twice. Okay, so they got an 11. And then roll a d10 plus 3. Oh shit! Richardson's security personnel defend themselves against this unwarranted attack. This is some bullshit. Why would you attack us? We're just trying to protect you. We're just trying to build science shit on this planet. You dicks. Stop attacking science. The army. Oh, that's heavy. Oh my god. Okay, alright. So, Richardson defends themselves, and that might mean a counterattack. So, on the asset tracker, we've got, yep, counterattack 1d4. This might kill the remainder, up to half of the remainder of the armed forces. They got fucked. Holy shit, science for the win. Alright, so this is d4. And they're going to deal 2 damage to infantry. Oh, you fucking suckers. What are you doing? Science! Alright, so down to 6, idiots. Phew, that's... wow. Yeah, counterattacking with science and also security personnel. So what happened here was, like, the Andonian armed forces attacked Richardson Scientific. They attacked a scientific facility. We don't know why. This is going to be a press release from Richardson being like, God damn it, like, this is some bullshit. Why are you attacking us? Guess who's going to come to Richardson's rescue? This is going to be Richardson's allies. So we'll see that in just a moment. Alright, so Sunbeam is getting chased down. This is going to be interesting. So let's take a look. Sunbeam's goal, I think they need a new one. Yeah. Sunbeam Omnistellar needs a new goal. So let's look at the goals. So let's think about Sunbeam. So the way that Sunbeam works is they were the biggest manufacturer of ships in the whole sector, right? They built all kinds of ships. Immediately thereafter, they attacked they had a little skirmishy war with their biggest competitor, Jimenez Shipyards, who was using AI tech to create pizza-related stuff. So they did that, they merged with them, they made a bunch of money, they feel like they're a big deal, and now these pirates are coming looking for them. Now, I could make them run away from the pirates. You know, I could be like, okay, they need to, you know, flee the pirates. But I think Sunbeam are a bunch of arrogant dicks. So I think that what I want to do is I want to make them expand influence for their goal. I think that might be their plan. Because they need more than ASA to be big. You know, what we were doing, if you've been watching since the beginning, this year in time, has been everybody kind of like moving up in their own space, and now all these factions want to spread out. Now, cowboys don't run. That's a good point, chat. So what I want to do is show that in action. So I'm going to add in that the Sunbeam, their new goal is they want to expand influence. So they need to get a new planet. And I'm actually going to copy that goal text over. So all they have to do is just place a new base of influence on any other planet. Doesn't matter what it is. But they're also going to fight them pirates, because cowboys don't run from pirates. We ain't scared of that shit. So we're going to make them attack the capital fleet. It's going to be probably a stupid move on their part. But, you know, they're cowboys. They want to show that they're tough, right? So they're going to fight back. So let's insert these notes. Here we go. And now we're going to make 2 attacks. So let me just track their new goal. So expand influence, attack Highbeam Fleet with Strike Fleet and Strike Fleet. Defend with Capital Fleet. Survey says, cool. Okay, so what happens here is they're going to attack. Let's see if the faction has any bonus. Sunbeam has technical expertise, so nope. And Highbeam has just something to do with buying influence, so there's no advantage there. It's going to be a 5-on-8 roll. So D10 plus 5 versus D10 plus 8. First attack, Strike Fleet. Let's see what happens. All right, Strike Fleet number 1, D10 plus 5. Oops, I'd have to actually roll the die. D10 plus 5 versus D10 plus 8. Fail. Second attack. Let's see. Also a fail. Okay, both fail. So now the Capital Fleet gets to make a counterattack. 2 of them, in fact. So a Capital Fleet. Let me check if it can. Let me check if it can defend. So I know they can't attack if they just moved. Yeah, you can defend. Yeah, you can defend with any asset, whether it moved or not. It's just like in Magic, when you summon a creature, it can still defend on the first turn. Thank you for asking, though. These pirates are going to get wrecked. They're going to get blowed up. So both the Cowboys failed, and that means that our Highbeam Capital Fleet gets to make 2 3d8 attacks. So, wow. 14 damage, and they both take 14 damage. Holy God. Okay, so 14 and 14, which I think means they're both destroyed. So you should not have done that, dummies. Oh yeah, they are wrecked. Okay, both strike fleets gone. Toast. Nuked. And this is why the pirates are a bad deal. So that represents like several hundred spaceships just getting blown up. Highbeam here. Sunbeam here. So I have a question for you. Think about this. Do a little mental experiment. What do you think is going to happen when the only legit producer of spaceships in the sector, the only big producer of spaceships in the sector, gets wiped out by pirates? Who do you think you're going to have to buy spaceships from? So I'm going to jump over to the faction tracker, because even though it was a counterattack, Highbeam Fleet did just conquest 2 force assets. So difficulty is, or number of equal to your faction's force rating, so now they're at 2 of 8. There you go. Nuked as hell. So cool, good job, Highbeam. You are great. You are putting that other beam to shame, to grim shame. Also, so Sunbeam, they're really nice. Here's the thing, like let's tie this into the fiction of the game. Sunbeam's pretty nice, right? You miss a payment, they call you, they're like, oh hey y'all, you owe us some money, what's up? How do you think Highbeam is going to respond when the Swan Song is 4 months behind on their payments? You know, Fleet Captain Saito isn't going to be like, oh, don't worry about it. You own a ship. We took over Sunbeam. You owe us money now. Oh, and guess what? Interest? 600%. Right? Bad deal. Yeah, where's my money, Higgs? I will take your arm instead. So for the players, Sunbeam losing this fight is very, very bad. Very bad. All right. So that's it for our good friends at the Highbeam Fleet, or at Sunbeam. Highbeam didn't even have to do anything. And we're going to roll back up to the top. Richardson, they just got their butt kicked. They're kind of angry about that. Should we counterattack with them? Do we want to counterattack? Because, I mean, their goal, like, let's look at their goal here. So Richardson's goal is, oh, they don't want to counterattack. They're peaceable. Plus, that would look really bad. So they're just going to activate their harvesters. They're going to be like, look, you attacked us. It was a bad scene. We're going to PR Nightmare you. But right now, we're just going to activate all the harvesters. So I think they have several. Because I know they have some on Gunhild. So let's take a look. If you're playing the faction turn drinking game, every time I control tab all the way through without finding what I'm looking for, take a drink. All right, so Richardson, they can activate the special abilities of harvesters on Gunhild and or on Andoni and Gunhild 8C. So they're going to do that. They have nothing to ship, so they're going to stay that way. So I'm going to roll 2d6, and if either one is a 4 or better, they get a faction credit. Okay, 2 faction credits. So these guys are poor as hell, and so this is going to really help them in the future. So Richardson, they go up to 4. Okay. And so next turn, they're going to buy some cunning assets, maybe some lawyers or something, so they can fight the military, they can fight back, right, with their new friends. So both worked, +2 fact creds. Beauty. So they're like, you know what, forget it. We don't care if we're being attacked. Our security personnel are here to protect our people and our installations. We're just going to keep working to make a better Andoni for tomorrow, because we're Richardson Scientific. Good job, Richardson. All right. Purity Initiative. These guys are going to start expanding because the war on Oninsa is all but won, and if Pfotenhauer starts getting uppity, they can just sedition them, no problem. So they're going to start expanding out, and to do that, they need ships. So they're going to buy a new asset, and I decided in advance I want to buy them a freighter contract. So it's time to get more of these Purity guys out into space. Time to start proselytizing. So 5 cost for that. Take a drink. I went all the way through and I could have just tabbed over. They go down to 11. No, that's the new profit. Purity goes down to 13. And now they have a freighter. Oh yeah, thank you. The Peaceable Kingdom counter. I need to move it forward. 2 of 4. Thank you. Okay, so they bought a freighter contract, which is, let's see, right here. And we will dump them in the asset tracker down here. Purity Initiative. Freighter contract. No, you don't want to. Okay. Oh, because it's already got a note. Let's clear that. Clear this one. And we'll go with freighter contract. No auto-populating? That's sad. Does it work on this one? There it is. Okay, let's just delete these rows. Spreadsheets. How do they work? Purity Initiative. And they bought them on Oninsa. Alright. War in Oninsa. So they've got a freighter contract now, which allows them to move their assets around. So that's cool. They're going to be able to start, like, let's take a look at what else they have for future turns. This means that the Purity Initiative, who've been stuck on this planet the whole time, can now start to move their mercenaries, or they can move their Vanguard cadre, or their seditionists, or whoever they want, off to other planets and start spreading the Purity joy in a real significant faction-based way. So that's kind of a big deal. Sort of a bad scene for the universe. Alright, so let's mark that down, and then who's ready to see what happens on Oninsa in terms of civil war, right? Who's ready for civil war? Purity Initiative, they bought freighter contract on Oninsa. Perfect. Alright, Pfotenhauer, everybody get your bets in. Is this going to be the round that Onin Libre's last asset gets killed? Because they can still defend themselves. They still have guerrilla populace. Is this going to be the end for them? Let's find out. Pfotenhauer, like they've been doing since fucking Jesus Christ, like April, May, June, July, August, September, October, like 7 months of protracted guerrilla warfare. So much blood, so much goddamn bloodshed. Onin Libre, all you got left is your guerrillas, man. And this is like civilians getting killed by Pfotenhauer now. So attack Onin Libre on Oninsa with pre-tech infantry. Defend, of course, with guerrilla populace. Survey says, all right, so we're looking at pre-tech infantry on Oninsa, attacking force versus force. So that's, drink, that is 6 versus 4. So D10 plus 6 versus D10 plus 4. And mercenary group or warlike. So once per turn they can add a D10 to their force. I guess they'll have to do it now. Alright, so it's D10 plus 6 versus 2 different D10 plus 4s. Everybody ready? D10 plus 6. Oh fuck, they can't even do it. They can't even defend themselves. So, I mean, I still gotta roll. You gotta do it before the... I guess I can do it... Let me see if it tells me when I can use them. Because if they don't have to use it now... there's no way the Guerrilla Populace will last anyway. Let me see if they're allowed to hang on to it. Oh my god, it's so messy. So, warlike... It doesn't say when. I'm going to allow them to hold on to it in case they survive. So, anyway... They got a 10. Oh, they can only use it on attack anyway. Okay, thank you. So, cool. Success. And the damage we're looking at here is... God, it's going to be a lot, isn't it? Damage for Pfotenhauer is 2d8 plus 2 versus hit points of... hit points of 6. So they might survive. 2d8 plus 2, chances are very fucking low. Drum roll, please. Holy shit, they are so dead. Alright, Guerrilla Populace destroyed. Success, 11 damage. Oh, 2d8 plus 2 is the counterattack? Okay, so it's actually only 7, which still puts them out. I think. Yeah, that gets rid of them. Onin Libre, see ya, toasted, delete row. No assets left. So, 9 damage, what was it? Or 11? Yeah, 9 damage. Destroyed. Doesn't even matter. Alright, so Oninza still exists, but they have no units. That's it. Like, it's just, they're getting completely destroyed. All that's left is their base of influence with 7 hit points left. So, cool. Good job, Pfotenhauer. I feel like, God, if they... Well, we'll get to them. Alright, so the Republic of Cabal... Their goal is to become the proper authority on this planet. So they're going to attack, and they're going to attack their enemies, the Armed Forces Remnant. Oh, I should check if Pfotenhauer wants to attack anywhere else. I don't think they do. No, they only have units at home right now. Don't worry, once they kill Onin Libre someday, they'll build up their shit elsewhere. So we'll get to them. So they want to attack the Armed Forces Remnant with Organization Moles. Okay, so the Republic of Cabal has agents inside the Armed Forces who are now going to try to take them apart from inside. So that's an attack of, let's see, Republic of Cabal. That's Organization Moles, Cunning versus Cunning, against the Armed Forces Remnant. So it's a D10 plus 6 versus a D10 plus... Oh, it's being pointed out that they have... Oh, they can fight the Space Marines? What? Cool. Really? Ah, that's awesome. Okay, I'll get to this in a second. Space Marine fights. So, Pfotenhauer, let's take a look. So the asset tracker, Pfotenhauer has pre-tech infantry in Halif, and that's the same sector as... Oh yeah, Georgia, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see if I can spell it right. Georgia. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have them fight the Space Marines. So this is going to be pre-tech infantry versus Space Marines. Cool. More fighting. More bloodshed. So this is attack. High beam. Somebody's got to fight these assholes. With Pre-tech infantry. And they're going to defend with Space Marines. Let's see what happens. So, pre-tech infantry, just watch, they're gonna totally get their butt kicked. Pre-tech infantry attacks force versus force, of course. And that is 8 force to defend and 6 to attack. So D10 plus 6 v D10 plus 8. Let's do it. Let's take out these Space Marines. So roll a D10 plus 6 to attack. 16. Hot damn. Oh, 17 to defend. Space Marines. Shit. God, these... Highbeam doesn't have to do anything. They just need to fight back. So, failed. Counter attack is... Holy shit. God damn, everybody getting wrecked by pirates today. Drink. That is a mess. Okay, so that means that they are defending. Space Marines roll 2d8 to counterattack. And on a very slim chance, they might just kill them. Nope, 6 damage. Alright, so there's a protracted war on Georgia between these two. That is rough. So these guys go down. What did I say damage-wise? 6? Okay, so they go down to 10. Sorry, Pfotenhauer. Didn't work. Okay, cool. Pfotenhauer's trying really hard. They're picking on the baby faction, no problem, but these pirates are too strong. Pirate game, too strong. Space Marines, machine guns, getting wrecked. Alright, so, cool. November was not good for the enemies of the Highbeam Fleet. The Republic of Cabal, again, now I can do their attack. They're going to attack the Remnant with organization moles. And that means cunning versus cunning. So, cunning of the Cabralese, drink. Republic of Cabal is 6 versus 1. Okay, D10 plus 6, v D10 plus 1. This is mathematically not in their favor. Attack. Defend. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Alright, the armed forces get heavily damaged. So it is a success. And it causes them... Let's see. See, I didn't make you drink that time. I knew it was on this page. 2d6 damage. Okay. Seven damage. I think the armed forces facility, I think they're dead. I think those guys are toast. Yeah, dead. Post-tech into infantry, destroyed. So, lack of cohesion from within the moles take the unit apart. Wow, cool. So it's a cunning victory against a force asset. So, oh, I should put who they defended with here, shouldn't I? With post-tech infantry. Infantry destroyed. Cool. Yeah, holy shit. So in response, so the army goes after Richardson, and in response, Cabal uses its secret agents, its cybernetic agents, inside the Andonian army to take it apart. Wow, cool. So they're basically defenseless now, right? Like, the armed forces has a harvester and a base. That is badass. Cool. Okay, good job, Cabal. Alright, infantry destroyed. Nice work. Onin Libre, yay! What do you got? What do you got going on, buddy? Fucking nothing. So, Onin Libre, they have nothing to attack with. They're gonna go for one last desperate measure. I have an asset I'm gonna buy them. So, this is essentially like there's one bunker left. And all the HQ, like, they are in the bunker alone. They're, like, desperately trying to come up with a plan. They have, like, nothing for money, right? Yeah, they have 2 faction credits. they're going to buy the only thing that they can. They're going to buy themselves, let's see, where is it? A cunning trap. I think they have force 3, don't they? Let's double check. Onin Libre, drink. Cunning, yeah, force, they're fine. So they're going to go down to 0 fat creds. They're going to buy a cunning trap. And they're going to wait. And that's it. So they're basically like hunkered down with their one last defense. They're like, holy shit, we've got to like hold the bunker, hold this trap down, and I think they can do it. Let me just do a quick check. Drink. Someone pointed out it might be too expensive. Oh shit, they can't even do that. It's 2 hit points, but no cost that they can afford. Oh no! Oh no, Onin Libre, you can't afford anything. Shit. I guess they surrender. So, no, fuck it, they'll never surrender. Ah, they're so angry they can't even type. Never surrender. They can't afford it. What can they buy for 2? Let's find out. Security personnel, hitmen, smugglers, informers. Yeah, it'll have to be security personnel. So I guess same thing. This is the base, the security base personnel of the like final stronghold. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, this is good too. I like this. So they're going to purchase some security personnel. So that's Onin Libre. Security personnel. And I actually want to copy the command or the drink, the asset from there. That's so embarrassing for them. They have nothing left. So desperate. They could leave, but the thing is, like, these guys will never leave. The Royals didn't care about Oninsa. The Royals wanted to get away and died, but these guys don't. These guys don't want to leave. They're fighting desperately just to hold control of their home planet. So security personnel on Oninsa. Shit is real. Like they are desperately holding on. Yep. Okay, cool. So I will record that on my tracker. So they bought that's it. Still gonna take forever for them to get killed completely, but they're holding on. They're holding on real desperately. We'll never give up our home world. All right, 2 more factions. We got the New Prophet and the Majidi Mendarinate. So the New Prophet is going to they're going to take action. They are going to also try to strike back, but to do that, they need to buy some more aggressive assets. So I've decided in advance what I want them to do. They are going to New Prophet. They're going to buy some organization moles themselves. So, okay, so I was thinking about this before. Nika is no longer a she's no longer a seductress working for she's no longer a seductress working for the Majidi Mendarinate. She's a mole. They've brainwashed her and they're gonna send her back. So look, the New Prophet doesn't use seductresses, they use moles. So this is going to be all about her like personal story of redemption in the news, and she's going to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I've given up. My sinful ways. I want to return home and spread the good word of the prophet." Or maybe she'll just be secretive and be like, "Yes, she's apologized. We've turned her loose. Back home she goes. Fuck you, Majidi Mendarinate," and she'll blow up inside their home planet. She'll start doing her action. So organization mole purchased. And ready to head home and attack. Boom. All right. So, Jesus has reached her. She's turned over a new leaf. Little baby Jesus. She's going to head home, and she's going to teach her people a lesson about drugs, guns, and the New Prophet. Now it's time to turn over a new leaf. What's going to be great is, yeah, if Wu survives, he's going to be like, "Yeah, I'm alive." And then it'll be like, "Nope. Bad scene." Yep. Cool. All right. So the org mole, it's all up in there, ready to roll. And now, last but not least, the Mendarinate in question. They need to defend themselves. They see this counterattack coming. They're also going to buy some stuff. Now, I got to take money away before I forget. So, organization moles cost 10. So, drink. And I need to take 10 away from the Midari Syndicate. Or no, the New Prophet, right? Yeah. So, down to 6. And the Mandarinate is going to buy mercenaries because they need some muscle. So, where's mercenaries? Here we go. Cost them 8. I was already on the right screen. Alright, so the mercenaries cost them 8. They go down to 8. And they get some mercenaries at home. So let's just copy the purity ones. Bonk. Mercenaries, there they are. So they belong to the Majidi Mandarinate. And they are on Majid, and they are going to go and protect the people, the good people of Majid. All right. Cool. So let's track that right here. Okay. And that's it. So they've bought their mercenaries and they're ready to go. And that, ladies, gentlemen, intelligent space octopi, artificial intelligences in the shape of fast food, is that. So this has been the Swan Song GM turn. I think this is turn 11. What I'm going to do as a follow-up to this, if you missed the beginning, is obviously post it on YouTube. If you're watching it on YouTube already, hi. Thanks. And what we're going to end up doing too is I'm going to turn all of this stuff, this turn 11 faction stuff, into fiction. I'm going to turn it into a news report, which I'll post on JP's subreddit probably tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. I'll link it back to my YouTube video, which should also be going live tomorrow as well. So, cool, my mic went all crazy. So that's that. It's the divine wind blowing across the sector. Or it might be an earthquake. I don't know. Hopefully it'll chill out. So that's it for me for this stream. Thank you for coming. If you want to stick around, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to be doing a little stream about Burning Wheel and why I love it so much. So feel free to stick around for that. I need to just take a quick break. We'll do that. And I will see all of you again for that or very soon. I love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being fans of Swan Song. And we'll see you around. Bye for now.